Greg, thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for inviting us into your awesome little crib you got here going.
Thank you, sir. I grew up in the A-Leaf area, and then I moved out to Sugarland. Probably when I was in 6th grade, 7th grade. And that's when I met Sean when I was a sophomore in high school, and he thought I was a metalhead because I had long hair. And but we just all started going to shows together and just started hanging out. And he had another band previous to No Solution. It was International Network of Chaos, which had a Crystal Forge from a 30-foot fall played guitar for.
No way.
And they asked me to come over one day and do some artwork for them, and they were just fucking around jamming. I picked up the microphone and started singing for them, and I got a call the next day and asked me if I wanted to sing for them, and the rest is history on that. And I said, hell yeah, let's do it. And 2 weeks later, we were in the studio recording a demo. Jeez. Well, if it wasn't for that, I mean, I did my first flyer for No Solution in Grimple, and that was in '92. That was my first flyer I ever did, and I got bit by the bug. And then every show we did, I pretty much did all the flyers for it from there on out. And I kind of went dormant for years and just did artwork for Total Chaos. But then, it's been about 2000, I picked back up with Hate Tank Productions.
Okay.
With Willow. I talked to Willow and said, hey man, give me an opportunity to do a couple flyers here. And I started doing flyers for Willow. Hey Willow, let me do flyers. All right. I kind of just, if I love the band, I'll put a, bug in his ear, I want to do the flyer, and he'll usually give me the flyer. So I've done quite a bit since 2000. It must have been about 2002 I started really working hard again, and since then it's been nonstop up until about the last year. I kind of just eased off a little bit. I wasn't having fun doing it anymore. I was doing everything for everybody else, and it wasn't satisfying to me anymore. I kind of kicked back and started drawing for myself.
Did you ever get an anticipation that maybe got you a little nervous? Say that we want you to do this one, and then it kind of made you pause for a second, value how now you're being chosen for it.
Not really. I never really got nervous. I get nervous more of not satisfied with my work more or less than nervous what people are going to think, I guess. Punk rock's a weird place these days.
It is, man.
It's a very weird place compared to where I grew up. There's so many. It's so internet based. It's kind of almost spoiled. It's the salad days of it are gone. Where you used to go to record stores and hunt down records and find your music yourself and trade tapes with people, and that's how you always heard of this recording that was out there, and you never knew. You just wanted to hear it. You just had to wait for that person that had it on tape from somewhere. You just couldn't go on the internet and download it and have it right there. Instant gratification. It wasn't there. You had to search and search and search. And when you found it, you really appreciated it. As a lover of music and artwork, I mean, it all started with me with Pusshead and Sean Taggart. Okay. When I first saw old Zorlak boards like that when I was skating, old Zorlak with Pusshead doing the artwork, man. I had these old Septic Death records.
That I can see.
I saw that and was like, "Holy shit!"
That's some detail.
And I sat there and I drew that whole record cover when I was in 8th grade, pretty much. Just copied it.
Did you keep it?
I've lost it over the years. I mean, I totally just bit off of Pusshead style and just went with it, and just started drawing and just kind of did it. And everybody's like, "Greg, you're good," and I'm like, it's kind of humble about it.
Anything recently that you've been real proud of?
My big milestone was negative approach flyers.
Nice.
When I got I saw Willow had booked first at Warehouse Live, did the first one right there, and I called Willow. I said, "Willow, I want to do a negative approach flyer." He's like, "All right," and to me, that's my favorite punk band of all time. And them and Minor Threat, hands down, are just my favorite bands of all time. Total Chaos, has been friends with them since Sean left No Solution back in '91. He joined Total Chaos. That was back in '93. So I've been associated with Total Chaos, doing their artwork and T-shirts and album covers with them since for almost 20 years now. Numerous bands since No Solution, but No Solution was always my baby.
Exactly.
I mean, it was me and Sean. We put all our hearts into that band. I mean, we played lots of killer shows back in the day with Chaos UK, MDC, Agnostic Front, Screeching Weasel. I mean, almost any national GBH. any national act that was coming through from '91 to '93.
Yeah, we're on that list.
We were
Yeah,
on the bill.
first on it.